Alright, so recording another F2G video here. In this case it was a 1v7, although it didn't end up being a 7 kill game. The last guy was a B6 that I think just camped his airfield. But some things about the F2G. It is Corsair, wonderful airframe. It has 3,000 horsepower almost, which makes it an absolute menace on low fuel mounts and low altitude. One thing to keep in mind though is the overheating in this thing is quite obnoxious, and you'll see me in this match actually pitch down, even throttle down to 0 just to deal with the overheating. So I'll go over some tricks that this airframe holds, and what my analysis was going into this match and why I did the things I did. So right now, just keeping it straight, I normally take minimum low fuel, 14 minutes, which is plenty. This thing actually doesn't drink fuel as fast as you expect it to. And here I actually pitch down and throttle down because I'm overheating the oil. So on hotter maps, this thing will actually overheat. So a common rule I take is try and keep it around 280 IAS, kilometers an hour. And if you are overheating, get it above 300 and just throttle down. And here, actually, I did that exactly. I got up to like 350, and I basically shut the engine off right here because I was just overheating that bad. But temperatures look good, so throttle back up. I see a 190, and I'm not that high in altitude, so I was like, okay, you know what? I might as well just go for him. I'll see what goes on in the match as it goes on. So again, just gonna pop shots in the head on and then pull off. They have very mean guns, so as long as you avoid those, they're not much of a deal. I see the I-225 coming in, but he's still at a distance, and I expect this 190 to pitch back up. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll go for him. He doesn't. So then I turn around to go to that I-225. Pitch down again because he looked like he was pitching up the 190, but he wasn't. So again, I went back to the I-225. Pop shots in the head on and pull off. Now one thing you want to do in this aircraft is keep your turns horizontal. You see me multiple times in this video, instead of going vertical, I will keep it horizontal because this, again, it's a Corsair, it's a heavy aircraft. So in the vertical you will lose speed and you will lose angle of attack. Vertical comes in handy, don't get me wrong, but if you keep it horizontal, with the 3,000 horsepower that you have, you'll keep your speed really nicely. So right here I see a whole lot of enemies, and I'm thinking the match is gonna pretty much just be a throwaway. So maybe go head on with 1 or 2 people, get 2 kills, and then die to like a fire. But I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll go straight and see what happens. So trying to get some separation right now, trying to get altitude. Again, I took min fuel, plenty to last me the whole match to get back to airfield and refuel. Now the thing about this aircraft is it was designed as a ground attacker. It wasn't meant as a fighter necessarily, so your power exponentially goes down the higher you get in altitude. So you want to keep that in mind when you're fighting. As you can see, my speed is going down drastically as I get higher. Now I see the Sea Fury behind me, and normally the Sea Fury is a big deal, but I notice my speed and his closure speed isn't the fastest. So I'm assuming that he isn't fully upgraded. Now at this BR, which is 6.0, the difference between a fully upgraded and a stock aircraft is exponentially greater than it was at lower BRs. So I decided to test that theory. I pitched down, increase speed, keep it at level horizon, and as soon as I did, he starts slowing down. Now he is climbing, don't get me wrong, but that sort of separation speed is indicative to show you that he is not going very fast. So I decided to do, again, horizontal turn, keep my speed. Look at him. Keep a sort of angle to the approach, so I give him a small profile when I pitch up. And this turn right here just confirmed what I believe. So yeah, he definitely isn't in the best aircraft right now. So instead of going horizontal, I pitch down, get some speed so I can turn better. And then in this turn right here, it just solidified my beliefs. So yeah, now I went straight just to see if there's anybody coming ahead. Nobody. Turn around again, go straight for that Sea Fury, because they are very dangerous aircraft. But again, I wasn't sure if he was stock or not. But now we're just turning in, and there's not much he can do. One trick with the F2G and almost all Corsairs is that you can use an air brake in the gears. So landing gear of Corsairs is very powerful. It's very strong. It's very rigid. So you can actually use it as an air brake when you're diving. And it holds up well, even up to like 600, 700 kilometers an hour. So see if you're going down, just kind of get separation again right here. The air brake in the landing gear is very similar to the 109's prop pitch air brake, in where you increase the prop pitch to 100% throttle back, and it acts like an air brake. The landing gear one isn't as effective, but it can still help you immensely in a pitch. So here I see the map is mostly clear, and I go towards that Seafire I-225. I realize that my team is pretty much gone, so I was like, you know what, I might as well help the F-82 and get a couple kills while I can, even if I'm gonna die. I didn't expect for me to do much in this match, which ends up being quite the opposite. So just diving towards this group right now. Seafury is damaged, he's slow, and he's just going straight, so I don't consider him much of a threat. I'll actually speed up here. So I-225 is also going away. LA-11 is in front of me, and Seafire is to the left. Seafire is extending and climbing, which poses him as a higher threat. I see the Seafury right here, he's the closest, and I'm going to close this gap really quickly, so I decided to just take a shot, get him out the air, and just start a reclimb, because I know nobody else would catch me nonetheless. Climb back up, and then the Seafire turned back in, so now the Seafire takes priority, because I know he knows decently what he's doing, and the rest of them are just going straight. So the LA-11 original is going to go for him, but then he turns off, and then Seafire is just coming straight in. So I decided to do a horizontal, get some altitude as well, and then just hit it straight. Waiting for the Seafire to get directly below me. If he knew what he was doing, I was probably just going to push him down lower and lower until he loses energy to maneuver. But he ends up going straight right here as well. I was kind of blessed with easier enemies to deal with, but still the strategy I used in this match stands to F2 playstyle to F2G. So I see these two Lavochkins over here dealing with AI, so I head towards them. LA-7's closer. I was gonna go for him, and then the LA-11 started turning around. So right now I'm just trying to see what happens. LA-7's right below me. I'm not gonna get an angle on him, and even if I do, LA-11's gonna be on me. So I decided to go for the LA-11. LA-11 turns below, heads straight. So I'm just gonna see what I can do here with a shot at the LA-7. I know LA-11 won't have enough speed for me, even if I go for this LA-7. I know I've said LA a lot, so I'll try and dumb down on it a little bit. But yeah, 7B's smoking, and that's an easy kill. He's just going straight. Don't even have to stress about that. Turn around for the 11. I go vertical here to get some more altitude. I'm still going fast, as you can see. At low altitudes and on low fuels, this thing is amazing. The engine power is absolutely insane. Pitch down for this 11 now. This is kind of a hard shot, but you can still sneak it. And now he's burning, so even if he survives that fire, he'd be crippled, so I'm just turning away now. If the fire does go up, turn around, take him out, and proceed on. Then I see this LA-7, so I decide to start a reclimb. I'm still around like 5 minutes of fuel, so I don't have to stress. The fuel consumption on this thing isn't nearly as bad as what you would think it would be. Just getting more altitude. And then now we turn around for the LA-7. Getting more altitude in that one turn, so I can pitch down right here and get greater speed while I can. He starts spraying, so I just pull off, miss those shots, and then looking to spray some here. He comes back in, so I turn around. And then I do a horizontal turn, because the 7B is quite a dangerous aircraft if the pilot knows what he's doing. So right here he pulls in. Now what I decide to do is instigate a stall. Now the Corsairs are really great at stalling because of the engine power that they have, but there is one downside, and to the F2G especially, they are very violent when stalling. They're very unpredictable. Like right there, initiated a stall. But thankfully, like I said, we're at low altitude, low fuel, and you have pretty much all 3,000 horsepower right here. So you get control right back. the acceleration gets that speed right under your wings basically as soon as you exited the stall. And the power combined with the turn rate, that's just easy kill right there. Also, keep in mind I am on like 3 minutes of fuel, and the LA7 most likely came back with a full tank. So now we see 190. Again, I mean at this point 190 has nothing you can do to me. Again, low fuel, low altitude. All 190 models won't be able to do much. And then I see it's a D12, a bit more dangerous than the normal models, but nonetheless, still the fact remains 190s are the best at turning, but they do have good roll authority. So I just decided to turn for him. Getting those pop shots, even every single hit you get on an aircraft in a dogfight will count as an advantage towards you. The more you damage the airframe, you lower the performance, you lower the aerodynamics. And right here, the 190, even if he tried to run away, we're at low altitude. Again, low altitude, low fuel. I'm going to catch him in the long run. No matter what he does, there's not much you can do in a 190 in this position if the F2G knows what it's doing. So just leading here, honestly, just comfortably. And right here, decided to be careful because he was close to getting me to overshoot. So decided to lower the throttle and even pop landing flaps or combat, and then we take him out right there. So now I know that the last guy's a B6, and I decided to go back to base. And I didn't end up killing him because I believe he just took off from airfield and it wasn't enough time. But I was gonna take tracer belts, and I normally run ground targets. They're excellent. I just run them for the extra penetration. But I was gonna land, get more fuel, and take tracer belts. My plan was to just lay into the B6, get a fire, pull off. If the fire goes out, lay in again, pull off, and keep at a distance as much as I can. All in all, this airplane is fantastic. If you can get it, I would certainly recommend you do. Excellent grinder, excellent SO, and it's very fun all around. But yeah, so excellent dogfighter. Be careful of the altitude, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.